Hello, this is my video explaining the new face I have available on my cube brush. This is a new base face that I have basically for VRChat use. It's a Disney-esque type of face that isn't very TDA at all, so I hope some people have fun with it in VRChat. It's meant to be very highly customizable with lots of different shape keys, and it also comes with the Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint along with the Substance Painter original files for being able to edit the faces. You can see within like 5 minutes I was able to make 3 variants very easily. Sorry, that was kind of hidden. There we go. So it's very easy to edit this, and it's easy to make it look much better if you put more than 5 minutes into it. So I was going to just go and run down and quickly go through all of the details. There's going to be timestamps down below in the description if you want to jump ahead in this video. So all of the visemes and bun shapes are already set up for VRChat. All you have to do is basically attach this to a body and then texture atlas it once you're all good with that. Because the blink here, it's already set up with the VRChat commands. You got visemes. The visemes are a bit more unique than the average model due to them being off-centered. I find this makes them a lot more organic looking in-game. You have the slight off-centeredness is very charming, I find. However, if you do not like them like this, I do also provide the original O and Ch shape keys that are symmetrical. So if you don't like the ones I've provided, you can go ahead, go into your CATS plugin, go to visemes, and just redo the visemes. Just make sure that you have the original O and Ch selected, and you can create the visemes to override. Otherwise, I have lots of easy customization options within this already as well. For example, if you wanted a wider nose, thicker lips, some extra mascara even, it's like we have a whole lot of options here. We got some extra teeth options. We got normal vampire fangs that are itty bitty, or if you want to go all out, we got shark fangs. They're very cute, I find. So those are options available to you just to throw onto your avatar. We have expressions as well, DreamWorks faces, you got sads, you got angry eyebrows, you have extra cat eyes even, large pupils in case you want to have a gasp moment. You have lots of things, even a Hiko face, just because I knew someone wanted one. It pairs very well with heart eyes. And please feel free to mix and match and break as many of these shape keys as you can. A lot of them are pretty basic. They just have the general shapes there. You can make your own. I added puffy cheeks in the last tutorial video I did, but I failed to actually record. So that's why that's there. But you can do a lot of options here. And you can make your own easy enough. This is a very easy to edit base. All you have to do is add the plus button. And then what I like to do is make sure I hit O to get into soft select. You click this little dot down here. Make sure you go by connected only. And then you can be like, hey, you know what? I want a longer nose. Or go like this for some reason. You just different shape. Ta-da! That's all it takes. That did not turn out wonderful, but yes, it's that easy to make a shape key, and then all you have to do is name it and it will transfer over into Unity easy enough. So that's how you would go about that. And like I said, the texture is super easy to swap out and change. So for example, I do provide 3 extras that I made as the samples. Let me see. Okay, so we have this one alienish kind of looking girl. It's very easy to get this type of texture with the files that I've provided. So let me jump in and open up this Clip Studio. And let's say you have a greenish alien. All you have to do is find the name of whatever you're looking for. It's like, oh, hey, here's the skin. Let's make a kind of lightish, greenish alien here. You just fill that. My Clip Studio is rather laggy. And you can see at first it's gonna look pretty wonky, but all you have to do is take an extra little bit of time and mix and match. For example, another thing is that you can easily add extra little details. I provide extra freckles here. Please feel free to add your own, however. It'd be very easy as long as you're like, okay, so this is where the freckles are. You can add a new layer and say, hey, do I have a star brush? I should probably have a star brush. Here we go. So yes, I have some stars here. Let's go ahead and just go like this, and then change this up a bit. Oop. And add some stars. If my program stops lagging. There we go. And then I also have eyebrows available. There's multiple eyebrows here. They are all pretty basic. If you have any artistic skill, you can definitely paint your own that are probably better. These are actually just completely flat shaded, since I didn't want to over texture and mismatch hair too much. I figured if you're messing with textures, you probably know how to mess with it yourself. So that's why they're pretty basic here. But so, ta-da, we have a quick example of a new face. So let's go ahead and save this out as a PNG alien face. Then if we jump to Blender, all we have to do is swap out the texture. If it's saved, there it is. Took a moment. And ta-da! So obviously this needs a little bit more work. And so, yep, that's how easy it is to swap out a texture and quickly replace it. Obviously, you want to take more than 5 minutes to quickly edit a texture like this, but it gives you a little extra customization options as well here. So you have plenty to experiment, you have plenty to just try to make something that doesn't look like a classic anime girl. Now you can look like a Disney anime girl. Ooh, ooh. And just to give an example on how this would fit on a body, let me switch this back to the standard face that I provide. Alrighty, so all you have to do is save this as a Blender file. So let's go ahead and open up a new model. I will provide this model link in the description below. This is just a random Luca I found. So what I highly recommend is you go ahead and put hair on the head before trying to put the head onto a body. You're definitely going to get the best results at, otherwise you're going to be bouncing between the two, and it's going to look very, very wonky. So let's go ahead and separate this by materials. And I'm going to go ahead and hide all of this. Just the hair options, and then also let's also keep the cat ears and glasses to see if that stays. Then let's go ahead actually delete the face and the hair shadows. There we go. Wait, no. And then what we want to do is select everything and separate. There we go. So now we have two parts here of the model. So you should have the body and the hair. So we're going to go ahead and just name this hair and body. I didn't do any translations yet. You should probably start with that. So I'll just save this as Luca. Save. Okay, so like I said, what you first want to do is go to your head option and you go ahead, file, append, and then you're going to go ahead and find where you have the body or the hair that you want to add onto it. Go to Luca, you go to object, and you add the hair. So you can tell right away it's a bit misplaced. It's always going to be a bit misplaced since it's not an actual TDA base. But all you have to do is size it and move it into position. What I like to do is open up another window. That way I don't have to bounce my viewpoint around a little bit. Let's see, bring that up a bit. Bring that back. Oh, did I pull it to the side? I pulled it to the side, not back. And there we go. We have a new face on some hair. So then we can go ahead and go to custom model creation, merge armatures, and you can see all the bones transferred over just fine. Everything's still weighted to the head. The eyes are there as well. So now what you want to do is save this as head with hair or something, just something easy to find, new save preferably. Then you can go ahead, go to the body save you have, delete the old hair, file, append, find your head with hair, object, body, and then you'll see again it's misplaced. That's fine. All you have to do is drag it into place and size it properly. This is a bit big, but you get the idea. Oh dear. And one thing I will say, all TDA bases are going to look wonky with this head. It's going to be much better if you get a custom body, but one thing I found that really helps is that if you shorten the legs to about half, it will actually look a lot better. Let me give you an example. It's super easy. All you have to do is make sure you go to individual origins for your pivot point here. Go to scale, and you just bring it down. Not that much. About there is good. You want basically your entire body, your torso, to be one leg length. You apply that as a rest pose. Go ahead, hide the skeleton. and it's gonna already be so much better. Your arms are still a little long, but I usually mess with the arms in Unity itself. So this is a pretty good shape. What you want to do then is just quick edit the neck area to be slightly longer. And then ta-da! You have a unique face on a cute new outfit that is highly customizable. Obviously, what you want to do as well is texture atlas this all together. Let's go ahead and actually merge armatures just to make sure everything works. Yep, so everything is here. And then all the shape keys should also work. Yep, and so you are good. All you have to do is redo any shape keys, saying that, hey, if you made your nose a bit wider or you had thicker lips, make sure you redo them here. Then you can have fun and continue making beautiful models. If you do shorten the legs, there is a tutorial out there that shows one way to bring the armature down and stuff to make sure that you don't have floating viewpoints. What I like to do is just go start pose mode and just grab it by the hips and then move it down until its feet are on the ground. Otherwise, what will happen if you export this into Unity, your avatar will automatically be brought down to ground level, well, to the lowest point of any foot bones touching the ground. However, your viewpoint will stay floating, so you'll find that your viewpoint is about a foot higher than your forehead. So you just apply that as a rest pose, and then before you export, one pro tip, if you hit Control A, apply location, rotation, and scale, and then click the mesh and do that there as well. Do that a couple times, otherwise you might have a jarbled mess if you export into Unity. But there you go. This is how to use my custom face. It has lots of abilities, it has lots of options available for you. Feel free to mess with it as much as you can. If you break the thing and you completely corrupt your file, you can just go back to QBrush and re-download for free. So there's no fear. You should be happy to experiment. And make sure you do all the texture options you want. If you want to add scars and such, all you have to do is texture atlas it, so the face, instead of being mirrored, is just one face. And then you can edit the texture even more intently. I would just say do all the symmetrical stuff first before doing the texture atlas to get the scar. But I'll put the link down below in the description for texture atlasing, which please do. And yes, my Discord is Lyra121 #8088 if you guys have any questions. So please enjoy this face. I can't wait to see what people do with it. Okay, bye.